Hello beautiful souls and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aura and today I would like to talk to you about the fastest and simplest way to quantum leap. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. First of all, what is a quantum leap? A quantum shift. It is a complete or partial shift within your reality. It can be a complete shift, such as the Mandela effect, where some of us remember a different type of reality than the current one. And how is it that we know that we are not crazy? That's because a larger group of people remembers a certain type of reality, which in the current matrix no longer exists. And we can naturally create these quantum leaps or quantum shifts because we are energy. We are beings made up of energy. This is our own physics talking about this. It's rooted in science. And we are multidimensional beings, which doesn't have to be some woo-woo stuff. We live in the third dimension, or actually fourth dimension right now, meaning that you also contain and are made up of the second and first dimension. So you are a multidimensional being. It's nothing crazy or weird about that. And about this talks the modern woo-woo science called quantum physics, which is no longer woo-woo. It's just science catching up to spirituality and things that people have known for thousands of years. And we are gradually beginning to remember now and are able to measure and prove. And quantum physics talks about us creating our reality with our consciousness. It states that consciousness creates reality, meaning that your state of being creates your reality. And given that we live in a multiverse, meaning that there are infinite versions of everything that is out there, and you, so there are infinite versions of you in the present state, in the past state, and in the future state. We have the ability to access these different aspects of ourselves through our state of being, which is declared by our thoughts. It starts with a thought. Our thoughts trigger emotions within our body, which then affect our physical body and our physical personal reality. And then to close the loop, if our thoughts create our personal reality, then all we need to do is change our thoughts, even if they might not seem congruent with our current personal reality. If you want to change your current personal reality, it has to start with your thoughts. It has to start from within. And it has to start with you, not with your neighbor, not with your sister, brother, president, or I don't know who else outside of you. It has to start with you. And according to the National Science Foundation, we have, just a second, 60,000 thoughts per day, and 80% of these are negative and 90% of these are repetitive. Science also found that we can only think a single thought at a time. That means that you cannot have a negative thought and a positive thought at once. This also means that if you become conscious of your thoughts, you have the power to change the narrative. And we also know that the subconscious mind obeys our everyday conscious mind, which is the bus driver. It is not your higher self driving the bus. It's not the universe. It's nothing like that. It is actually you. You meaning your logical, everyday, critical, conscious mind, the one that analyzes everything, the one that's trying to control everything. And so how is it that we block ourselves in our everyday life? How is it that we create illness? How is it that we find ourselves stuck in a reality that we no longer wish to experience? It happens because we keep repeating the same negative thoughts over and over and over again to ourselves. I would like for you to do a very short exercise right now, and I would like for you to repeat after me. I am the most wonderful, beautiful, and amazing person. I love myself. I am perfect exactly the way I am. How does it feel? Please write in the comments, how does it feel saying about yourself that you are the most awesome, amazing, wonderful person in the world, that you are absolutely perfect, and that you love yourself? Does it feel like you're telling a lie? Does it feel like it's really hard to say these words? And now, how about if you repeat after me, saying, I am not enough. I'm having a very hard time getting certain things right. I am worthless. How does this feel? How does it feel talking to you in this way? Many times, most people find that talking to themselves in a kind and loving manner is a lot harder than beating themselves up. And this is because most of us are conditioned to do this. And every single time you tell yourself a negative thought, not only your entire physical body reacts to it through your emotions, but your entire reality responds to it, because your reality mirrors your inner state of being. So the way to change that is by changing your inner narrative, the way you talk to yourself, the way you say things about everything. A small example would also be when you talk about your future and you talk about something that you really wish to achieve. You can, for instance, change the word if with the word when. Not if I will be able to take the exam, but when I will be taking the exam, or if I will get this job. No, when I will get this job. So try to teach yourself a new way of speaking to yourself, but you have to make it true. And this is the biggest thing of all. If your subconscious mind finds that you are lying to yourself, then it will be pretty hard to make new changes. And so the absolute easiest way for you to change your personal and current reality is by living to your highest core truth. And not just by knowing it, but by actually implementing it within your everyday life. And your highest core truth will never want you to be in danger, will never want you to suffer, because at our core, your being knows that you are true, pure, unconditional love. That is what each and every single one of us is. That's what every single living being is. That is what consciousness is. And so that would never want itself or anyone to ever suffer. And in order to get to your personal truth, you need to be able to sit with yourself and get to know what that is uniquely for you, uninfluenced by anything and anyone around you. Your core personal truth is true only to you. And you know that it's true because you feel it deep within your bones whenever you reach it, whenever it surfaces. So when it comes to whatever challenge that you're facing right now, or whichever way you feel that you are stuck in currently, sit with yourself. Feel all of these emotions that are heavy, that are hard, that are dense. Allow yourself to immerse yourself within them. And then ask yourself, what is it that I truly need to do or to think or to change in my everyday life in order to no longer feel this way, in order to no longer experience this situation or be where I am right now? And then follow that advice. And most of the time, your core inner truth will feel very strange because it will tell you to do the opposite of everything that you've ever been conditioned to do. And this is where your courage needs to kick in, by being brave enough to follow your core truth. No matter what, the situation will change. And I hate making promises. I don't even promise that I'm gonna die. But I would like to guarantee you from personal experience and the personal experience of everyone that I know that has ever done this, that everything in your reality will change, your situation will change, and even your past might change. And again, this is from personal reality, personal experience, and the experience of the people that I know that have been doing this type of work, and their past has changed as well. It is no longer relevant to who they are today and who the people that are around them today, even though it's the people that they grew up with. It's no longer relevant. This is how powerful this is, and this is what a quantum leap is. So stop addressing yourself in a demeaning way. Begin to find a way to be kind and loving and nourishing to yourself, because absolutely everything in this world starts with you. Everything in your reality is rooted in you and in your state of being. And with this comes a huge amount of responsibility, which most of us are not ready to take because our entire life we have been taught to give our power away. And this video is getting very long, so I'll get to the final point of it, which is want to change the way you speak to yourself and you speak about the things that are happening in your personal reality. Make sure to begin to live from your core truth and address every single situation that causes any type of imbalance in your life, any thought, feeling, emotion, event in your life. Sit with it. Allow yourself to feel all the feelings that you need to feel, all these heavy gunk, because by allowing yourself to feel it, you get to truly know yourself and you get to truly process it so that you can release it. And by releasing it, you integrate it. And by integrating it, you reach your core truth of what it is that you need to do in order to change your reality. And once you have that core truth, begin to implement that in your everyday life and literally watch miracles unfold. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. If you have any type of questions, please type them in the comments below. And thank you so much for hanging out with me this far. I bid you the most wonderful moment of the infinite now. And until next time, stay awesome. Bye.